All right, Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Bashem Al Shai Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles, our elders, the great millstone, and peace and blessings. Salutations to the fellow Akim out there pushing his word in truth and sincerity, and death and destruction to all the non believers, scoffers, and scorners. All right, and then especially you Edomites. All right, so, I did a video earlier called You Are What You Eat, and I was just kind of meditating upon it. And I said at the end of the video that I'll probably do it part two. But Spirit's probably telling me that it's probably going to be an ongoing series because this is a very, I would say, in-depth topic as far as talking about, because this is essentially what's going on when you partake in what you would call eating or absorbing things. Okay, that's what you do in your day-to-day life. You absorb, you learn. Okay, so I got some couple of script. I'm hitting a couple of different scriptures in this episode. This is going to be episode 2 of You Are What You Eat. However many episodes the Spirit allow, and I'm just gonna roll with the Spirit. So pretty much I was just leaving off on how the things that you partake in this world, okay. And the people you hang around with, or the doctrines or the philosophies that you partake in and you believe in, and you have faith in, that's essentially who you want to be. That's essentially who you are going to be as a person. Okay, so let me just bring out these scriptures. All right, it's Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. Talking about these prophecies. Okay, it says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. Okay, the book of the Lord is talking about the Holy Scriptures. Okay, and that's essentially what Yahweh Shai was saying when you have to eat his flesh and drink his blood, is that you have to get in these scriptures. Not only do you have to get in these scriptures, but you have to apply these scriptures. Okay, because this wisdom is what's going to be your stability. This wisdom is what's going to sustain you. Okay, just as you eat food, okay, you have your pyramid, your nutritional pyramid. You have your proteins, you have your fats, you have your carbohydrates, you have your macro and micronutrients. Okay, all those things work synergetically, all right, to sustain the body. They all work on a certain system, okay, to keep the body in what you will call homeostasis, which is a path, which is a state of normality. Okay, a state of stability. Really, that's really what it comes down to. Homeostasis is a state of stability, a perfect balance in your body working synergetically with each other. Okay, the feet moving in the direction that it needs to move, the hands and the mouth and the eyes. Okay, because you're giving your body what it needs, right? The commercial milk does the body good. Okay, well, these scriptures and every word that comes out of the book, okay, that does the body good. Okay, because physical food and drink is not going to sustain you in that day. Okay, physical food is not going to sustain you. It's these words that are going to sustain you. All right, because the times to come and the time now. Let's talk about the times now. Guys are bugging out because they're eating all the wrong food. Okay, you're eating all the wrong food. You're eating processed food. Now, when I say you're eating all the wrong food, I mean you're partaking in all the wrong philosophies. Okay, all the wrong doctrines. You're participating in all the wrong activities, which is likened to eating. Okay. It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it has commanded, and my spirit it has gathered them. So you cannot compare this table of food to any other food, okay, known to man. You cannot mate this this book, these spiritual words, with any other book. or any other philosophy or any other so-called doctrine. Okay, it's impossible, because this food is going to fully sustain you. Okay, in that day, it's going to fully sustain you in your everyday walk right now. Okay, and with this food it makes you stronger. Okay. Now you have guys with bad digestive systems. All right. Pretty much the leaky gut. Okay. You have guys that have leaky gut because they eat these words, but they do not absorb these words. Okay. That's the more importantly. When you look at the so-called digestive system, it all works synergetically with each other. All right. It all works harmonious with each other, from the esophagus to the stomach to the small intestines. Okay. To the hydrochloric acid that breaks down the food, breaks down your proteins, to the different amino acids that need to be spread throughout your body. Okay, through your pancreas that has to push out bile. Okay, your kidneys. Okay, your large intestines, your colon. Everything has to work, or there's going to be a breakdown, or there's going to be a lack of nutrition that's going to supply to the body. So this is a Proverbs 4:7. It says, wisdom is the principal thing. So we're searching after wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom is the first thing that you need to obtain. Okay. Therefore, get wisdom. So how do you get wisdom? Is by actually, you have to open up this book and you have to believe. But this is what it says. It says, and with all thy getting, get understanding. So with all your eating of this book, you have to absorb it. Okay? You have to absorb these words. Just as if you eat a big meal and say you lack producing enzymes, digestive enzymes. Well, there's certain enzymes needed to break down certain types of food. Okay? And you're not eating those foods. You're not eating them because you get all those enzymes, you get all those different things from your diet. But you're not partaking. You just want to eat the sweet foods, or you're not eating any of the bitter foods. The bitter works on a certain part of your digestive system. It works on a certain systems in your body. Bitter herbs. Okay, the sour works on a certain aspect of your body. Okay, the salty. Okay, these are all things that are needed. Meaning you have to eat the whole roll. You cannot be offended in anything. Just as in John, the 6th chapter, when Yahushua, he pretty much said he said a hard saying, a dark saying. He said a proverb, and you have men that that pretty much they murmured at him. I believe you keep reading down, you have men that forsook him because of that. Okay, it's disciples. You had disciples because there was more than 12 disciples. You have men that forsook him. Because they were looking at things carnally. They were not looking at things spiritually. See, because you got guys that can, they can understand certain aspects of the scriptures. But when it gets spiritual, when it's time to break down that food and convert it into energy, there's a blockage there. Something's going wrong. Okay? There's a clog there. Somewhere part of your digestive system is all messed up. Okay? So you have to get this wisdom, but you have to actually absorb this wisdom. All right? And this is essentially what we're doing. This is essentially what we're doing when we're reading these scriptures and we're applying these scriptures. Okay? Because you can't be a hypocrite and you can't say, okay, I'm doing this, and I'm telling the children of Israel to do certain things, but then I'm not doing it. I'm not even eating. I'm over here. I'm eating McDonald's. Okay, and that can go into a whole host of things. You can just be totally in the world, because if you're in the world, what do? You absorb the world. All right, because are we not vessels? Right, and what is a vessel? Let me look at the word vessel. Now that I said that, let's look at the word vessel. And let's go to etymon of the word vessel. Okay, it says container, and this is from the online etymon, etymononline.com. Okay, container, receptacle, barrel, ship. Okay, a vessel, a ship. Okay, pretty much a container. And our bodies are abodes. Are they not? Are they not containers for what? For your spirit. So if you are partaking in the world, you're going to observe the things of the world. Okay, you're going to eat a worldly diet, right? They call it the SAD diet, the Standard American Diet. What are the benefits to the Standard American Diet? All right, high blood pressure, obesity, brain fog, which is cognitive diseases. Pretty much every disease every disease out there, it's all because of the food that you're eating. It's all because of what you're digesting, what you're putting inside your mouth, what you're putting inside your vessel, what you're putting inside your container. Okay. Now we know that our vessel contains what? It contains a spirit, and we want the spirit of the Lord to be inside our vessel, right? And inside our house, right? The parable of the spirit that was swept clean. Okay, and then he came back and he brought what? 7 other spirits more even wickeder than him. It's because we're all empty vessels, but you have to fill that empty vessel with a spirit. Right? You have a stomach. You have to fill. You need energy. You have to survive. You have to fill your body with nutrients. All right. Are you going to fill your body with processed nutrients, artificial nutrients that Esau creates, which is associated with this world, with the cares of this world, associated with different doctrines? Or are you going to fill your vessel with the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai? Okay. This is Ezekiel 2 and 2 and 8. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. Let's look at this word eat. Okay. Hakal. It says to eat, devour, burn up, right? you gotta burn it up. That burn up means what? When you eat food, that's what the word calorie, right? Is a pretty much is a measurement of energy. Okay, when you have calories, okay, I ate 100 calories. That means 100 caloric energy units. Okay. So when you eat this word, you have to actually consume it and you have to burn it up, meaning you have to absorb it inside of you. All right. It says to eat, devour, burn up, feed, to eat, devour. Let's look at anything else. To cause to eat, to feed with, to consume. Okay. And I had the word absorb in online etymology. Okay. And this is what I have. It says the Latin to swallow up, devour. Okay, you see that? That's the same. You are what you eat is the same word as you are what you devour. Okay, or you are what you burn up. Meaning, it's really you are what you are what you eat is the same word as you are what you absorb. Because in order to eat correctly, you have to absorb what you eat. Okay. You have to burn up that energy of what you eat, meaning these words have to be absorbed into your inward parts. Okay? Or what? You're going to throw, you have guys that throw it back up. Why? Because they didn't settle right. Their digestive system was all man. There was a breakdown somewhere. Okay? And spiritually it's because that man, he lacked faith. That man, he was eating, okay? He was eating unworthily. The Lord is not going to allow you to eat unworthily, okay, these words, and use them maliciously. He's going to cause you to throw that food back up. Okay? So the word absorb, okay, it says to swallow up or devour. Okay, in the same word, a call in that verse, Ezekiel 2, verse should be verse 8. It says devour. Okay, to burn up. It's the same. It's the exact same word. To consume. Okay. I'm back in absorb. It says to sup greedily up, to gulp down, to drink greedily. So this word, these books, this information, this holy book that the Lord has given us, we have to devour it greedily, and we have to absorb it. Okay, you can't throw it back up. Okay, or it can't settle in your stomach, and then you get offended, and now your stomach hurts, and now you're disenchanted. But in reality, we have to eat the word, and we have to make sure that our body's in line to absorb these words and apply these words, because that's essentially what it is. When you're absorbing, you're applying, you're consuming, you're burning these words, you're burning it up. Okay, so let's go back into Ezekiel and let's read it again. Ezekiel 2:8, but thou son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like the rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat. Open thy mouth and consume. Open thy mouth and absorb what I give thee. Because the rebellious house, 2/3, if the Lord forced it out of their mouth, forced it in their mouth, they'll throw it up. But the Lord said, don't be rebellious, man. Swallow it and eat it, man. And eat the whole thing. Verse 9, and when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. Okay, that's talking about the scriptures. Okay. And the Most High, he has to work with you so you can understand these scriptures. Okay, you just can't just one day open open up the scriptures and understand it. Okay. First, the Lord, he sups with you by giving you milk. Okay, because milk is what? It's very easily digestible. But you have guys that are not even strong enough to devour milk. They're not even strong enough to digest milk. Because look, you have a baby, right? You can have a baby, so-called, or 2-year-old. Let's go a 2-year-older. You can have them eat steak, and the steak will go down there, but their digestive system is not strong enough to absorb it. Okay? So the same rules apply. The same rules apply according with the scriptures. So it says, lo, a roll of a book was therein, and he spread it before me. And it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentation and mourning and woe. So on your plate of food that you digest in every single day, there's a whole plethora of different types of nutrients there. You have your protein, you have your carbs, okay? You have your fats, you have your micro and macronutrition nutrients, your antioxidants. And I'm saying these in so-called scientific terms today, but what I'm saying is the plate or this book has many aspects, and you cannot forsake this book because there's lamentation, because there's mourning, there's woe. That's part of the dinner plate. You have to eat your greens. You have to eat your bitter herbs. Okay? There's some sweet in there. You're gonna get some dessert. Okay? You gonna get some tortillas. I know Jake like tortillas and bread. There's gonna be bread in there. There's gonna be some savory in there. Okay, but there's also gonna be some salty in there too, man. It's also gonna be some sour in there too. But that's a full course meal, man. So your taste buds, right, have to be sophisticated, right? That's what they say in the world. Oh, my taste buds are sophisticated because of this person. They eat all type of different foods, all right? Because the majority of people, they eat what, seven to 8 types of foods their whole life. They don't really sway far from the foods that they were brought up upon. Okay. But now we have been introduced to pretty much a high-level restaurant, which serves all types of lawful foods that you're not used to eating, but you got to eat it. Okay, so your taste buds have to be sophisticated, and sometimes it's not gonna taste good, but you still gotta eat it. You still gotta swallow it down. Like when you were younger, and your parents made you eat them green beans, right? You was like, man, it felt like you was catching nothing but pure hell. Nowadays, you probably eat green beans. It's good, because why? Because now you have grown up, and you know that those greens are actually good for you. So we know that this lamentation, this mourning, this woe, these afflictions, this pressure that the Yahweh Shai puts upon us, this is necessary, right? What Jake said, I just gotta eat it. That's right, you gotta eat it, man. You catching hell, you gotta eat it. That's a saying amongst Jake, man. So that's how you know, man, these scriptures are true. I got another scripture. I'm gonna wrap it up on this episode. This is James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of this world is enmity with the Most High? Whomso thereof will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. So if you are partaking and with the company of this world, which you're eating of the philosophies, the doctrines, and the pleasures of this world, because this world ain't gonna give you no greens on your plate. All right, ain't gonna give you nothing but just bread, rice, meat, acidic food, and it's gonna taste that shit's gonna taste good as fuck. All right, it's gonna have sweet and sour sauce on it. Okay, ketchup everywhere. Jake goes crazy with sauces. Jake goes crazy with everything but what they really need to have a well-balanced diet. And these scriptures are a well-balanced diet because it gives you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, it gives you the truth. But the friendship of this world, it gives you nothing but the sweet and the savory. All right, there's no bitter in there. There's no salt in there. Okay? Or it's overly salty. Okay? Or you got honey everywhere. You got chicken. You eating chicken and waffles every day. Yeah, Jake like chicken. Of course, chicken and waffles are good. Fried food is good. But that's of the world. That's totally of the world. Not saying you can't eat those foods, but what I'm saying is the world will just offer you that every single day. They'll just give you that diet. When they won't tell you to eat the greens. Okay? So that goes for this episode of You Are What You Eat. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem El Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, out there pushing the word. Shalom.